We'll see. But people have been waiting in the Twitch chat for a while. We don't need to hang on anymore. Let's go ahead and do this. YouTube, Twitch, we're on episode 111. We are a minute 50 in. A minute 50. We are pressing play on the episode right now. Let's get it. Oh, this is the first time we've seen the other side of the door. He really has a connection to that watch. Why not just put one on your wrist? Did we ever find out why Shoot doesn't have an arm? Is what he did to his arm a condition on what he's able to do, or is there an arm under there? No, there is no arm. Why is he talking and we're not getting any? Oh God, what happened on the other side? Because like, why sacrifice your arm? What the fuck is that? It's Key Lewis. It's the grandfather and the father. I saw his fucking wispy beard. That's crazy that she can change the makeup of her N, you know? The narrator, he's like, he's never like dove this far in. Like, he's explaining piece by piece. She took her shit off the walls and put it straight up in the air. This is the time. But that she can change, like she had it around and can change, just wild to me. The tentacles and what she can do with that. She's actually fucking shook. That looked like they were flying in on Shenron. That's Mega Shenron right there. That's Dragon Ball Super. Oh, fuck! And of course they cut. I'm digging the narrator taking us through the episode. Oh, fuck! They got real lucky that this timing happened at the exact same time. She stopped using her N, they can get in. What the fuck am I watching? why do those two know each other? Why are they hanging out together? Like, I need more backstory on like why this man's just why they're hanging out and shit. Netero in his workout gear and shit. Is she gonna protect or just stare there? She can't make out the difference. What the fuck is this shit? Is he is he levitating? He did say I'm off to see. Full power. She thinks the threat is that real. She has to go full power. Thanks for joining us, dude. 20 episodes later, we've been out here dying. What the fuck is their relationship? I need to know this. Zeno and fucking Netero just hanging out. Just having a ball, eating lunch and shit. This is what he was doing when Moral fucking was losing his hair? We're out here risking our lives, and this man's eating sashimi and shit. No one, he says. Well, no one human, we think. How fucking old is this dude? He's gotta be a couple 100 years old. Yin and yang, so opposite sides of the coin. Okay, I was just about to ask, are they the same strength or not? Who's he talking to? Is he talking to himself? His most dangerous ability. Is he talking to the viewer? Jesus. He's levitating. My man is standing there like he's fucking Chris Angel. Okay, did she just get RKO'd or what just happened? This him back in the day? You're not too late, bad nutrition. Hop on in here. There's a. We've never had this before. This narrator telling the story is interesting. I kind of like it. I don't think I'd like Actually, maybe I would like an anime like this. If the characters had little exchange, but it was the narrator telling us what was happening, like someone's reading you a story. Be kind of dope. Don't steal my idea. I'm gonna come out with an anime like that. I want to know what that attack did to her, though. They said it couldn't be dodged, but what was the strength behind it? Damn. 10,000 punches a day. He did this before every punch. I thought he was gonna be spamming them out. No, he's not. $18 hours. Shout out to the 60 of you guys we have here. How long did this go on for? How many days did he do this? He's sinking lower and lower. Yeah, my man's just out there, really doing it. Like, the seasons have changed. He's been out there for months. Punching, sleeping, punching, and sleeping. Does he eat? His hair's grown. It's literally about to be winter again. Like, almost a whole year has passed. It has been a whole year. I like him with the long hair. Two years. Fuff. I'm guessing he ate during this. They're probably just not showing us. Took until he was 50 years old. He did it in an hour. Wow. He going to challenge someone or someone coming to challenge him? No, that's him. I want to go Google Netero's abilities so bad. But that's definitely going to spoil some shit. No, he vanished. That man definitely vanished. He's crying. He asked that man if he could be his student. Jesus. $60 years ago. He's over 100 years old. Who knows what he's done since then? Like, skill wise. So much he could do. He just did that in fucking 4 years. Yo, the movements are tripping me out. He's like opening dimensions and shit, or that's just the anime. He sent that shit like to another realm and it came out another dimension. And how far is she gonna go? Because you know she's got. Because given we've seen the ground she's covered before. Tell me that's not gonna slingshot her back. So she's gonna keep her connected. 20 meters. Wow. Is it actually gonna keep her? Wow. What a bitch. I actually wanted to see how far she'd get sent and have her see her scrambling to get back. She's got to touch the ground. She can't fly. Hit her again. My girl was literally about to end up in York New City right there if it wasn't for that shit. Nothing's protecting it. It's all gonna rain. Tell me that's not the episode. How much time do we have left? Do I want to spoil myself and be like, oh damn, it's ending soon, or just have it end? It'll just end when it ends. Fuck it. There's no N on the. And like, they don't know that this just happened, correct? You might want to fill me in on that. What the fuck are you looking at? Y'all have a big infiltration problem. Look at this dude riding shotgun on my man's back. He can't handle all that. That's the episode. Fuck me sideways, daddy. Damn. I don't want to underestimate UP, but I feel like if they scattered or somebody kind of held him, some of them will be able to sweep by him. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's that much of a monster that he can just shut everybody from getting up those stairs. I don't know. That was just a lot. Yeah, all that was happening in the same shot. I thought UP had looked up, looked back down, and was just looking across, but he was looking up. Sheesh. That was just so much. Because it was just a lot. Because you had the narrator talking and characters talking at the same time and explaining to us Netero at the same time. I mean, you really have to watch. There's no way. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way you can watch that episode in one run and be like, got it, and move on to the next one. There is absolutely, I don't care what your reading comprehensive skills are, what you got on the SAT, that has to be ran back. And again, they're hyping this man Netero because now you think like, oh, he could beat the king 1-on-1, like with that backstory. Sure, he could handle all 3 royal guards and the king 4v1. Clearly, he can't. I still don't even know the attack that he did. If it's 4, was that attack just to clear her out? How far did he plan to send her? Because he had, that's what I'm saying. The attack didn't seem to hurt her. But, like, was he trying to see if he could hurt? I know he was trying to, like, clear her out the way. But was he trying to clear her out the way and cause damage at the same time? Or was he like, I don't care if this doesn't damage her, I'm just trying to, like, eliminate one of the guards? And, like, how far did he really plan on sending her? Because he said, he hopes that got rid of her for a while here. I'm going to scroll through it. He said, I'm watching it back right now. I'm at 1822. He said, I hope that sends you away for a while. She's right outside the gate. She'll be right back in there in 10 seconds. Like, he didn't... Like, I know his goal was to get her out of the way. But he didn't get her out of the way. She's right back in the game. But yeah, I would have loved... He said, I hope that you will not return. She's going to be right back in there less than 30 seconds. I mean, she's right outside the gate. We've seen her clear a gap between Gon Killua and, why am I forgetting his name? Kite in the distance in a split second. So, just a lot. Let me go ahead and get the Twitch chat pulled up here so that we can kind of discuss a little bit here. That was just a lot. A lot. Hopefully you guys on YouTube can see that. Yeah, wild. There's, and here's the thing, like, I don't know the plan of attack. Let me just get this off my face a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, I tried. It definitely was great just from that opening scene. So we'll go back and talk about it. Zeno is Killua's grandfather's name, I think. I forget what his dad's name is. So I don't know if they're like lifelong rivals, like a Goku and a Vegeta, like they were at a point killing each other or had killed each other or wanted to kill each other, or was it more like of Silva is the dad, or is it more of like a Kakashi Mike Guy kind of rivalry, like we're rivalry, but we fought together at times. We have each other's backs, but like you're always my lifetime rival. I don't know the relationship. Maybe we'll find out. We know that he is substantially old. Like Zeno is old. But it's so he was in the 40s, and they said 60 years. So Zeno's got to. I mean, not Zeno. Netero's got to be 110, 120 plus. Zeno himself looks to be in his 80s or more. Yeah, and Pito's a lot stronger. So basically, the question becomes: I don't know their attack. Was the plan to just get Pito out of the way for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or did he had planned to really want to eliminate the chess piece off the board, like sling her ass to another continent? I don't know, because if that was the goal, it failed. If the goal was just to remove her for even if it was 5 seconds, then you accomplished that goal. I need to see the plan to know if that move was a success or not. I'm just trying to read some of the chat here. Yeah, they're just the man's just on a completely different level. Yeah, 112 is going to be pretty great. We got to save it though. I mean, I'd love to sit here and binge like another 3 episodes, but it's just going to mess up everything. Whoa, Barry B70 with the Twitch Prime. I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, so if we're on a every second counts type thing, then that's huge. That's actually huge that they got her removed out of the way. It's just the way Netero said it. It made it seem like he wanted to remove her off the battlefield for 5, 10, 30 minutes, and it's going to be more like 10 seconds. It was a great explanation we got there from the narrator about her summoning is only used for healing, and where it summons is where it stays, and it has to stay in contact with her tail. Now, could there be a strong enough force to remove her summoning and her from each other? Like, could the link between them be torn apart? I would like to think so. A. B. Does it even matter? Like, are we going to see that come into play? I mean, because that was a pretty solid counter move she used there. That could be used in a lot of applications, like in an application like this. Appreciate it, Barry. Appreciate you, sir. Because say she got hit with that again, and Netero really wanted to remove her. I'd like to think that that link could be broken. Yeah, and another thing is, like, I'm going to guess Netero has this all thought out, what he's planning to do and what the other group is planning to do. Yeah, the doctor is not a combat ability at all. I'm just thinking of it as, in an instance like this, if someone's trying to remove her or throw her, or she's getting blasted away by something, if she wanted to stay put, she could just summon that and have it kind of anchor her down. But I'm trying to think if Netero has this planned out step by step, and it might be better to not include everybody else in the grand plan details because you don't know how people will react. It's the same thing where there might be different. I might know the future, be able to tell the future, but if I told you, would you react differently or react the same? If I told you how it was going to happen, if you messed up one detail, it wouldn't turn out like it's supposed to turn out. I'm not saying Netero tells the future, but I'm saying if he has a plan in his head and he thinks it'll play out this way and he needs every piece to act accordingly, if I tell Nove and I tell Moral, hey, I'm going to do this, they might react differently, they might act differently, they might be a step late, step short, so just kind of let it go. Like, let them do this. Netero knows what they're planning to do, but whatever he's doing is separate from them, and let it play out. Because we already did see, the last time we got dialogue from him, he talked about, he might need to sacrifice one person for this to be successful. Besides the attack, there wasn't really much to the episode. It was just a lot of Netero kind of build up in lore, and yeah, my man flew in on Mega Ultra Shenron though, so that shit was pretty clean. Like, and they just did that. No, they flew in on a real dragon. For some reason I was thinking, I was like, how the fuck did he just come in on a Nen made energy dragon? So they flew in on a real dragon and then took it down. So I just want to know the relationship between Zeno and Netero, and it has to be a good relationship. Why would you come help? Did he come help because he's dropped Killua's name in it as well, so he wants to protect / be there to help? Or did he just come help because Netero asked? And what was so dope was Zeno was. We wanted to ask those questions that he was answering, but he was like speaking to us. I thought he was having a conversation with Netero, have a conversation with Silva or whoever, but he was literally speaking to the viewer there. And like you could tell he was, but you're like, is he speaking to me? True, Zeno could have got paid. Yeah, true. It doesn't really matter, does it? He's going to go to the job if he gets paid, but he did say that they can turn down jobs if he didn't think the pay was worth the risk. Maybe he thinks this is worth the. He thinks it's worth the money. I guess it just kind of depends. Because I think I remember back to the York New City arc, they said that they could turn things down. Or just back out if they didn't think the risk was worth the payment. So maybe it's like it got paid, and my friend asked my rival, so it'll be all right. And I'm interested to see how far Zeno is willing to go for this. Like if it was a paid mercenary, how far is he willing to go for this mission, for this payment? To the death? Is Zeno willing to die for this mission? For this friend? Because he might have to. But bringing him on the battlefield really helps a lot. Because we lost Nove there. We were supposed to have a 2v2. We were supposed to have a 2v1, a 2v1, and a 2v1. And one of the ones that we lost was one of the higher class hunters, and he's removed off the board. Now, I don't expect Moral and Zeno to work together, but having Zeno on the field definitely helps. Oh yeah, and that man's just sitting there on the stairs. I wonder what the move is. Do they scatter? Do they all charge in hopes that a couple leak through? Because we know what they're trying to do. They're trying to separate. As of right now, Netero knows that 2 aren't there with the king because they're outside. 1, he's not eliminated, but he's shooed off to the side. And the other one is currently flying to get in. Yeah, they're just trying to separate. And Netero should be able to see that 2 are currently separated, so there should just only be 1. They're not separated for a long period of time. They're currently back on track to get by the king's side. But if we're talking like moments, split seconds here, they are separated. So true, they could hold the breaths and skate on by there. It's going to be wild. Wild. I'll be interested to see how that plays. And I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. All we got was Netero lore and backstory. Yeah, it doesn't matter if people die. It doesn't matter if people die here as long as they can delay and occupy and separate and create that window. the question is, if and when that window is created, what is Netero's move, go-to technique, summoning, entrapment, whatever it might be? What is the move that will be enough to restrain, capture, kill the king? That's what I need to know. More of what we've already seen, just a bigger, stronger application of it. I have a feeling there's so much we haven't seen. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here in 10 minutes here. Luckily there wasn't as much yeah, he could die from that poison juice. Could be a solid move. There's a lot there as far as if the window is created, and I feel like the way they're building up Netero, he has to get his chance for sure. 100% has to get his chance. Yeah, I thought the palace invasion was good. It wasn't. We didn't really get an invasion this episode. We didn't really get much of an I mean, the invasion happened, but we didn't. It didn't. It got halted before. The Netero and Zeno stuff happened from the sky, and then the rest of the group, just got in when the episode ended. But I feel like you have to give Netero his shot for the simple fact that the way they're building Netero's been built up since the Hunter arc, and then this whole arc he's been built up. He's over there charging up for 2 weeks straight. And now we saw what he just did to Pitou. Granted, he didn't kill her or weaken her or kind of anything like that, but he did kind of shoo her off to the side. And then we got this whole narrated backstory on how he's doing 10,000 punches and that he could get it done under an hour and X, Y, and Z. Yeah, Hisoka said he could kill Netero and all that, or wanted to fight Netero. Killua said that as well. I feel like you have to let, just the way you've built it up story-wise, Netero get his chance versus the king. Now here's the thing, though. Netero has already stated that Pitou has greater Nen than he does. With the king, he doesn't think that when we're talking about get his chance versus the king, we're not talking about get his chance to fight and spar and go back and forth with the king, correct? Because I think even he would admit that he can't. So when we're saying get his chance with the king, get his chance for the one-shot attack possibility at the king, or get a chance to really throw hands with the king. Because just based off like what he said, I don't think any of us think that he has a chance to go blow for blow, attack for attack, a drawn-out 5-10 minute fight with the king. But if he got his opportunity to strike under distraction or tense circumstances, I think that's what we're more leaning to. Or maybe they hit us with the good shit and we get a good like whole episode of them going back and forth. That would be great. Yeah, maybe he defeats him at his game of gun. Yeah, maybe that's all it takes. Yeah, so he was charging up, but I'm just trying to think, is he charging up for an actual battle? Like a stand-in, blow for blow, slug for slug? It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, of course, if he can't sneak attack him, and he actually does get the one-on-one chance with him, you're going blow for blow, battle for battle. I'm just wondering if he thinks he has a chance. I'm just wondering if he thinks he actually has a shot. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. In the next under the next 10 minutes. 2:35 is like a hard cutoff time. 2:35 is hard cutoff. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, is it gonna be a battle of like the Netero martial arts master that's been training for into his hundreds? He's over 100 years old and has done all this, and all the years and culmination of training and Nen training is going to come down to this battle, and we see the full repertoire of Netero, like everything he's done. Whether it's effective or it's not effective, whether it actually hurts the king or the king brushes it off, or it's going to be kind of like we get the one sneak charge up attack to lay on the king. Yeah, Wednesday should be good. Wednesday should be real good. This episode is going to go Monday. But Wednesday night, we're doing this again live on Twitch. And that was pretty much it. Granted, glossing all over all of that, Pitou is able to switch to attack mode or launch an attack in 1/10 of a second. Because that got glossed over when we're getting lore on this man. And like seeing her senses like change and her eyes and her body was like changing and fucking it was pretty wild. Damn. Yeah, the Pitou stuff was great. And just the forms that she can put her N in is crazy because we've seen oh, what's his name? What is his name? We've seen Nobu's N, how it's just the bubble, and we've seen other people's N, just the bubble. But we've never seen them change the application of it, change it into like a straight line or change it into just a hollowed out ring. So to see her tentacle N be change shape is interesting and cool to see. Yeah, and it's interesting how she puppets herself. That's also good to see. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like his attack, it and like he's moving so fast that it looks. And again, I don't know if he's hitting me with some Chris Angel stuff, and he's actually levitating, or if he's moving so fast or like such on a different level that it appears he's actually floating in the sky. Where the hell is Zeno going in his plan? Does he plan to like hit Pete? Like, I guess I need to know Netero's plan. Was he planning for 2 guards to be standing out there like that? Or was he just planning to just launch in, and if scenario A happened, I do this. If scenario B happens, we do this. C this, or maybe he knew. Maybe they scoped it out and they saw Pitou sitting up there and poof, flapping his wings, and they're like, all right, this is what we're going in with. I don't think the Dragon Dive is going to do anything besides distraction because Netero and Zeno aren't going to kill all those innocent humans. And I don't think they'll take the chance damaging the palace. I think it's just straight distraction purposes. And then he's over here like sending his attack into another dimension and it's coming out the other side, or it's going so fast you think it's going over here, but it's not. But she made the comment like the way his hand swiped, the attack should be coming over here, but instead it hit me from over here. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. That all of that happened within 1/10 of a second that it appeared he was floating. Yeah, maybe the Dragon Dive pierces through the top of the palace. A piece of the palace roof falls off, hits Miriam in the back of the head, and he dies. Anime over. And the rest of the 30 episodes is us finding Ging. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know what's about to happen. Just a lot of discussions, and we'll get on it for sure. And if you're not able to watch the live stream, you can definitely check us out in the comments for sure and leave all your stuff like that. Anybody here have any questions? Anybody in the Twitch chats have any questions related to the episode? We'll take like 3 to 5 minutes regarding any questions from the episode or anything you want to bring up that you want to hear my opinion on that I might have missed. There's just a lot of Netero backstory that I need to go back and rewatch. Yeah, and Komogi, like, someone's going to protect her, right? When all this shit goes down. I like the Netero. I like the Netero in his LA Fitness outfit. I think that's the best one. I mean, we knew Zeno was strong. I just didn't know he was at this because Netero has been built up here. And we knew Zeno was strong, but I didn't know he was like Netero status. And maybe he's not. I mean, Zeno said he's not that, but the fact that he's even in the ballpark is pretty wild. But then what's also interesting, you got to take that down another level. Oh, Zeno's grandpa. My bad. Zeno's grandpa. Yeah. I'd like to know who Zeno's grandpa is. I'd love to see them have a spar match back and forth. Yeah, I enjoyed the episode. We didn't get much fight. Like, I thought it was about to pop off. The way the episode started, I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And then they brought us in, but then they took us out of it. But it was still entertaining because we know nothing about Netero. So the way they took us out of it, it was fine. It was fine. I'm guessing. I mean, the third party Killua is referring to has to be Komogi. But the thing is, like, when worried, what does he mean about worried about her? Because she's not a physical threat to the group, but she's a threat in the sense that what does the king do in response to her? When he finds out that they're under attack, does he go to protect her? Does he order one of the guards to protect her? Does he want her by his side? If she gets hurt or injured, does it weaken him mentally and think, oh, I need to protect her? Does it piss him off, enrage him? I don't know. Yeah, Netero's lying. He's still probably one of the top 5 hunters. Until they show us another top 5 that are stronger than him, then I don't know. Yeah, I want to see what happens on those stairs. Do they scatter? Do they just bum rush his ass, or what? Yeah, he created a distraction to make another distraction to create a distraction. And the way I'm thinking about all this, I'm thinking back further to how fucking strong is this man Crollo? Because you've got Netero, and we saw Crollo hold off Zeno and Silva, but they weren't going to kill him. But he did say, hey, if we went at it 1v1, could I kill you? Zeno was like, no, you probably couldn't, but maybe this. Like, I don't know. Because now, like, I start thinking back to the Crollo fight, and Zeno's like, Netero was always my rival. He always got the better of me. But when someone gets the better of you, it makes it sound like you at one point had a chance, or maybe you were at least competitive some kind of way. And then it makes you think, well, Zeno acknowledged Crollo, like, hey, maybe you could. Probably not, but maybe. So now you're like, well, fuck, how strong is Crollo type shit. Yeah, but Crollo's cheating, and I'll sit here for another 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and wrap that up there. Because y'all are going to get me deep diving into that shit, and we don't want to get on that. But I appreciate y'all coming out. We still have 30 or so of you guys in the building. Really appreciate y'all coming through. And that's it. This video will go up Monday. If you guys want to talk about this episode anymore, go over to the YouTube, and then on the community post where I posted like, hey, I'm live, you guys can leave comments there and we can talk about it, or we can wait till this episode goes up on Monday. And if Patreon, you guys that are in there, if you want to talk about this episode, we can talk about that, and we'll kind of do all that stuff as well. I want to say that's about it. This will go up Monday. Tuesday on Patreon, I think we're on season 2, episode 7 or 6 of Code Geass. Wednesday night, be here about 9:30, 10 p.m. We're doing this same thing, live reaction on Twitch to episode 112. Thursday, the other episode of Code Geass. Friday off, and then next Saturday we'll be back on My Hunter. Appreciate you coming through. Again, feel free to go over to the YouTube community post page. We could talk about stuff there. or you guys can just wait until Monday, or we can wait until Wednesday pre-stream before we do all that. But I guess that's about it. Appreciate y'all rocking with me on a Saturday. Hopefully this worked good for you European, Asian-ish area people that aren't ever really able to make the ones that we do at night. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. I gotta run. Appreciate y'all coming by. Solid episode. I'm gonna definitely go back and rewatch it before I rewatch episode 112. There's just a lot in there that I need to get. We'll go from there. So I appreciate y'all. Everybody in the Twitch chat. Everybody in the YouTube lands as well. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,